Since version 7, PowerChurch Plus has included menu options to create a PhoneTree file. Over the years, many new automated messaging services have popped up, like One Call Now. Users now have the option of using hardware phone dialers like PhoneTree's VoiceWave systems, or online services like One Call Now or VoiceWave Online. Version 11.55 adds functionality of sending voice calls, SMS text messages, and emails. The Create PhoneTree file menu options have been replaced with Create Automated Messaging Service file. Choosing that menu option first opens up the usual selection criteria screen. This will differ from one area of the program to the next. Since we're going in from the Personal Profiles menu, you'll have the usual Personal Profiles selection criteria screen, which should be familiar from any other Personal Profiles reports or selections, like mailing labels or mass emails. Previously, the PhoneTree export would ask which phone type you want to include in the export. That was it. Now you're prompted for which types of connections you want to make, be it voice calls, text messages, or emails. For voice calls or text messages, there's a unique selection process for each that asks which phone types you want to include. Starting with voice calls, which phone number do you want to call? Home phone is the default. In the list below, you can choose which other phone types you want to include for those people that don't have a home phone in the system. So as you can see, it then cascades down through the list to try and capture as many people as possible. The second voice number to choose, in this example anyway, would be the second home phone. Then for those people that don't have a home phone or second home phone, try the mobile phone. Reordering this list will control how people in the bottom list are contacted by changing which phone field you look in next. If you've chosen to include text messages, you see that same prompt again, allowing you to try multiple phone fields. Of course, here in the demo data, there's only one phone type that would make sense to include for text messages, and that is the mobile phone field on the personal profile. So we'll leave only the initial selection up top here and move on to the next step. Here it shows, as you can see on the left, the counts of each type of connections that you've selected: voice calls, text messages, and/or emails. On the right are counts of people included and not included in the export. The details report will show each of the people that are included in the export and which phone types and connections you'll be making with them in this export. When you complete this process, it saves your selections as default and will use those same selections again next time. You can control on each individual profile which number a person would like to receive the different methods of automated messaging at. On the Maintain Personal Profile screen, click on the Contact tab. Click the pencil icon to edit the automated messaging preferences of that person. So if you have someone who wants to receive voice calls at their work phone, which isn't something that you would normally do in your export, you can set that preference on the individual person. You can see here by default the voice messaging option is set with the number is selected at export option chosen. Change that to work phone for this person. Then regardless of which phones you choose to include in the automated messaging export, this person will receive the voice message at their work phone. As always, to completely exclude someone from this export, simply mark their phone numbers or email addresses unlisted by checking the unlisted box.